Well, hello, boys and girls. How are we all tonight? All ready for a big Friday night? I am. I'm excited. No sound. Sorry to the little video that I decided to make about 2 minutes ago, so I didn't have time to put sound on it. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I would have had, like trumpets blaring and stuff like that. So, yes, but no sound. So, hopefully, you can all hear me okay, though. Yay, sound. Good. And Rob was first in, as usual. Good on you, Rob. Ladies and gentlemen, charge your gophers. The race is about to begin. Yes. So today's the day. 1,000 subscribers. Hurrah. What is this? So you wondered what the little movie was beforehand? Well, just have to brush my eyebrows a little bit. So some of the boys and girls were in the Discord last night and were obviously a little bit bored and started making AI images of Octo and myself. And then I had a little bit of a break from doing some stuff today and decided I would also have a little bit of a go. So I put them all together and thought I'd just show you all what AI got a little bit confused about. So apparently when I asked it for... so what I put in was, can you generate an image of a grumpy granny having a fight with a orange-coloured octopus who is attacking her, and in the middle of them put a referee with a big moustache and a sunburnt face, because Blake has a sunburnt face at the moment. And that was some of the stuff I got. So it was very interesting, let me tell you. Peachy, hello. Evening all, back from holiday and some thrifting in Thailand. Ooh, just purchased about 32 kilograms of clothing. Wow. Well, we will have to keep an eye out on your channel to see what you have got to show us. That will be great. Jen, good evening. She says, congratulations, Granny, on your achievement. Thank you very much. Quite excited. Did cheat a little. Well, it wasn't really cheating, but I kind of took a shortcut. In the end, seeing as Octo did, I thought I may as well. So I put on a YouTube promotion and yes, it basically after 24 hours, it took off and overnight. And so last night I looked at it and I was 967 subscribers. And I thought to myself, well, I may as well turn the promotion off because it'll be cheaper. And then I thought, oh, if I turn it off and it just stops and I'm still 100,000 by the morning, I'm going to be a bit peeved. So I thought I'd leave it on until this morning. So I did, and I turned it off first thing this morning. Yes, no, Kath, and there was meant to be no sound because, as I said, didn't have time for that, right? Lee, how are you? You're hot and bothered, I gather, after heatwave in good old Perth. And she says, Rob, you're a shocker. Yes, he is, but we love him. No sound. No, I didn't have time for that, Rot. I'm at a cake. Congrats on the 1K, Leanne. That's some quality artwork. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. The poor old AI did get a bit confused a couple of times, I can tell you that. But it was a bit of fun also, I do have to say. Christine Durant, ceramics lady extraordinaire. Yes. I was just saying to Christine earlier that I had to stop doing ceramics because the stress of sending them, shipping them, was just too much for this old girl. So, I mean, I didn't ever have any breakages, but look, especially the day that I sent the piggy bank that was about this big, and it was a beautiful 1950s mid-century modern, one of those really kitschy looking piggy banks, and yeah, it was worth a whole lot of money, and I just said, no, I can't do this anymore. Sandra Bondi says, yay, sound. Yes, there is indeed. John Roberts, good evening. Did you see the message I left for you in the Discord? Should have picked up those green Levi 501s, my man. Sold them on Depop. They like green jeans over there, apparently. Sandra says hello, everyone, and Gigi. Hello, hello, hello. Rob says, yes, sound tick, good eye. Jasmine, 1K, you did it, Gigi. I did. Hooray, hooray. Charlene, my friend. How are you? Oh, look, it's a bit hot here too. I need to get my glasses fitted and they keep sliding down my nose. How are you over there? Going all right, I hope. I've got a car now, Charlene, so I am going to come over and see you soon. Rob says, what happened when the orderlies leave GG alone in the technology room? Yeah, that's what you get, all those pictures. We'll say some of them might have been Rob's artwork. He started it, I believe, or did Adam start it? I don't know which one of them. One of them did. Peachy says, how did you both get to 1,000 so fast? So the little trick is that you need to get your watch hours up first. I will have to say, there's no point going and getting the subscribers if you don't have the watch hours, because you're still not going to get over the hump of being monetized. And so we both had the watch hours, but we didn't have the subscribers. And so Octo, without telling me, put on a YouTube paid promotion. And so what you can do is, it's a bit like promoting one of your listings on eBay or Depop, boosting it on Depop. You just go in and you flick the lever and tell it how much you want to promote it by. And, me being a bit of a tight bum, I didn't promote mine by very much. I think in the end it cost me, it'll cost me about $30, I believe, all up, to get those last. Well, when I did it, I turned it on at about 860 subscribers. So I only needed 240, I believe. And then, as I said, by the time I'd gotten up to just under 900, I reckon, before it actually started to kick in, because sometimes it takes up to 24 hours for it to kick in, because I have to check and make sure your video is suitable to be promoted. So if it's got, rude stuff in it, and Friday Night Live probably wouldn't qualify if I had to put that up. So they do that, and then it starts, and it starts ticking over, and all of a sudden the subs start going up. And you can choose whether you want to pay to have your watch hours, more on your watch hours, or more on your subs. But I will say, for anyone thinking about doing it, Christian, this is probably for you. You can do it, but you need to be putting up consistent content, because no good paying for watch hours and stuff. So it's nothing under the board. It's not paying any, overseas call room to get subs or, anything like that. It's a fair dinky die paid promotion thing through eBay, and you have to have a video that's going to work. So I chose to do my stinky book video, and also taking the stickers off the books, because I thought that would be pretty general. Octo did his Pokemon short, which that went through the roof. And I can't remember what his other one was. But, yeah, if you do something that's general, that is how it works. Michelle P says, congratulations. Thank you very much. I'm pretty happy. I'm still a bit miffed with Octo, though, See, he thought he was going to play Funny Buggers, you see, and he thought he would put it on, and because YouTube had told him when he put it in that it should get him about 200 subscribers, which would have put him up close to level with me, so it would have looked like he was on my tail. But he overtook me and got to 1,000 first. Well, you can. So you can tell it when you do the promotion. You can tell it that you want it to aim more at getting you watch hours, or more at getting you subscribers. And so I went for the subscribers. And I will say, I was definitely helped along with the US, because those couple of particular videos that I did put up on the promotion, one of them I had 65% of the viewers were already from the US. So I figured that one would be pretty safe to do something. Rob says, Chile, WA, isn't this lovely weather? Yeah, I hear. 2 days of 40-degree heat in a row. Poor buggers, they're melting. Sandra, how are you? Hope you're all good. She was in there giggling about the AI images last night too, I have to say, when she was at work. John Roberts, still, would you pay $15 for green 501s? Well, I guess I'd pay $15. If they had a button fly, I probably would, because then I would know that I should be able to get at least 64 and plus post, I reckon. Maybe. But then, yeah, it's hard to say, but I just know the pair of green work pants I put up on Depop. See, I've lost the train of thought. I put up on Depop is just going nuts. I'm sick of sending out offers and answering inquiries from people wanting to know what the measurements are when all they have to do is look at the pictures. Peachy says, got a few friends over tonight watching GG with mates and some drinks. Hello, friends. How duty? Very good. What are you drinking, Peachy? I am having, hang on. What are we having tonight? We are having ye old Captain Morgan tonight. So I decided now that I'm monetized, I think I might have to cook up a sponsorship deal or two. So I might have to contact a couple of these companies. And I reckon, they don't have to actually pay me. They can just supply me with alcohol that I will present on the show and do taste tests and everything like that. Be good, I reckon. Sandra says, congratulations on reaching 1,000. And for all of you that don't know and wondering what the 1,000 thing is, I've got 1,000 subscribers, which means I'm now fully monetized, which means, unfortunately for you guys, when you're watching one of my videos, you're going to get an ad in the middle. I'm sorry, but you are. And but that's okay, because when they play the little ad in the middle, I'll get some money from the ad. So that's pretty cool. Christian says, wow, Peachy, wild night at yours tonight, mate. Yes. Could be. Very wild. Sandra says, hit the likes, folks. Yes, that would be very nice too. Thank you. Thank you, Sandra. Christian says, wow, I feel attacked, GG. Well, I have said to you before about being consistent, haven't I? And nothing I haven't said before to your face. Not that I've seen your face in person, but on screen. Charlene says, woohoo, new car. Well, it's not new, but it's new to me. Off to work at the moment, so home next few weeks at least. Woohoo. Oh, off work at the moment. Dare I ask, what have you done? What have you done? You've had an accident, haven't you? Hope you didn't cut your finger or something at work. You better tell me what you've done. Oh, dear. I don't know. Christian says, but fair enough. I just sadly don't have enough time to make consistent content. Well, you know what I decided this morning for you? I think you should aim to do one short 1 week. So make a 30-second, clip of something 1 week. And then the next week, make a 10-minute video. And so when you go thrifting, cut it into bits. That's what I think. John Roberts, balloons, red balloons. Yay, we needed balloons. We did. Madam Bluebell, congratulations on 1,000. Also, I'm heading to a haunted convent in St. Arnold in 3 weeks. Oh, really? They reckon I know who's haunting that one. Oh, it was Sister Ursula. Has to be. She'll give you the shivers, because she still gives me the shivers up my spine every time someone mentions her. Oh, see? Oh, you've hurt your back. Oh, bugger, Charlene. Not good. You see, and we just don't pick up like we used to when we were young, now that we're old. Sonata. Well, yes. So if you do a search, just do a search and put in ST for Saint instead of the Saint and Arnold. But, yeah, there's probably a few things that you can look at around there. Couple of good op shops. They've got 3 op shops in St. Arnold, so I don't know whether you're going to be there during the day or not. I don't know. Ask me next week and I'll see what I can find out. Yeah. But they would have. I mean, because they have quite a vibrant arts and sort of musical community down there. So, and I know there's some old historic buildings. They've got a really good history group that has some good displays and stuff. Beautiful botanical gardens they have. And I think they might have some silo art too. So that would be good. Yes, poor Charlene. Let's all feel sorry for Charlene. Let's all have a drink for Charlene to make her feel better. We all float down here. Yeah, they have a haunted convent. Yeah, those nuns. Oh, some of those nuns were nasty. Pieces of work. Very nasty. Have I told you the reason why I was a goody two-shoes at school? Someone tell me if you've heard that story before. Charlene, you may know this, but not you. But like, if someone else wants to tell me whether I have told that story before, I won't tell it again. But if you'd like to hear it, I will tell it. Charlene says, not much fun. No, not at all. Not at all. So I have something for you, boys and girls. So I started reading my next story. So I came up with a bright idea so that I don't ever get dinged for copyright violations when I do my stories on my other channel. I thought I'll start reading some old books. Yes, I'm sure it was a big help, Charlotte. So this is the first story. I have to read you guys part of the story. And I want you to tell me what you think is wrong with it. So I had the bright idea that maybe instead of using the images in the book, I might see what I could get AI to do for me. But when I gave the AI the synopsis of the story, like a bit of a thing about the story, it kept telling me that there was something in there that wasn't, I guess, politically correct, for want of a better thing, okay? So I'm just going to read you some bits. So the story's about Grumbly Bear. I won't read it all, but there's just a couple of little paragraphs I'll read for you. So it starts off, and it's called How Grumbly Learnt to Laugh. That's the story. And it goes like this. Grumbly Bear lived in Yellow Honey Bear's woods. He was very big, very strong, and very stupid. As he was bigger and stronger than the other bears, Grumbly Bear was their boss. Actually, everyone was a little afraid of Grumbly Bear. He was never satisfied. He grumbled all day long. He grumbled if it rained. I will read you the most of it. He grumbled if it didn't rain. And the water was too wet, the sand was too dry, the honey was not too sweet, or the honey was not sweet enough. In fact, Grumbly Bear could always find something to have a good grumble about. The whole day long he walked backwards and forwards through the woods, growling and grumbling. The poor little honey bears, who were his servants, were quite tired of him. They had to search for honey for him, and they hardly ever had time playing. And they were these lovely little yellow bears who liked nothing better than to play in the woods. So, anybody pick anything out of there that they think might not have passed muster? Interested to know what you guys think. Yes, haunted convent. Sawbacks. Hope you didn't have a fall. Probably lifting something too heavy, I'm guessing. Spellbook. Yeah. Julie says, sounds like my kind of bear. We might be related. Brad, to Aussie Thrifters, how are you, my man? Good to have you in. All right, John's got the first one. Stupid. Yes, that didn't pass muster. You're not allowed to call someone stupid these days, apparently. So, and there was another one. Sandra says, stupid, big and tough, and everyone is scared. Almost. There was two other little things. Boss, that's it. He was the boss because he was big and he was strong. That's not politically correct these days. And, oops, we have Mel in the house. Hello, Bolo Hunter. Good to have you in. Hope you had a good week at work. And no, Brad, you haven't missed that story yet. No. I have a story to tell too, which I'll tell after I do this thing here, which I did happen to mention into Aussie Thrifters Discord in the accountability thing, because I didn't get 2 of my tasks done today because I got distracted. And I thought I'd tell that story because sometimes you just want to bash people around the head. Honestly, I'm very patient, but, you know, sometimes. John Roberts says grumbly. No. Honey, no. No. I'll give you a hint. It starts with an S. Fred says, been a good spot to talk about the goals. It has. And, you know, and it's one of those things, and it's hard to forgive. Like, I did go through a period, I'm not going to say since I've been reselling, but years ago, I did go through a period where I would end up quite depressed by the end of the day if I didn't get to cross off all my tasks that I set myself earlier in the day. And it would be possibly because visitors had come, but I was getting angry that they had come and disturbed me and I wasn't able to get my jobs done, you know, which is ridiculous. You know, you've got to have a life. And so I'm quite okay about not getting all my tasks done, because I do prioritise them, of which are the most important. So I make sure I get those done first. But, yeah, sometimes we don't forgive ourselves for not getting those things done. But especially if you're working from home, it's very hard to detach yourself from real life. We're getting out there, aren't we? Racism, yellow best woods, no. But then again, maybe. No. Do you want me to tell you? The other one was because you can't have the little bears being the servants. So, yes. So they were his servants and were quite tired of him. So that didn't pass muster either. And, yeah, I'm hoping that the little sunbeam that wakes him up, because let me just read you a little bit more, and I didn't get this far with the AI. But, so anyway, Grumbly Bear goes to bed. And then the following morning, one summer's morning, while Grumbly Bear was still in bed, a gay little sunbeam tried to waken him with a game. He tickled Grumbly Bear's ear, jumped on his nose, and stroked his fat cheeks. I'm probably figuring that mightn't pass muster either. So it will be it'll be interesting, because I'm going to read the book as it is, because it's mentioned every time the sunbeam's mentioned. It's a gay little sunbeam. And mind you, this book was written in, when did I work out? I can't find it now. It was printed in the Netherlands. All right, 1950s sometime. Can't find the year on it now, but yeah, it's a 1950s book. But yeah, Grumbly Bear is a little bit, and it just goes to show how much things have changed, doesn't it? I reckon. Oh, I need another drink before I tell a story. So I had a friend, and if any of you have watched any of my really early videos, you'll find a couple of videos on there featuring Carmel, or as I call her, Caramel, at times. And Caramel's quite different. She has no filters, and stuff just comes out. And she's also an undiagnosed something or other. I keep telling her she's definitely got perhaps ADHD and OCD and Asperger's or autism on the spectrum, and yeah, who knows what else. But she can't let go of things. So if she decides she's going to do this, and it doesn't matter whether it's an important thing or an unimportant thing, it's got to be done. Anyway, so she's been going through photographs and giving them to people. Like, so she's sort of clearing out and, you know, decluttering so she can eventually downsize. She does live in a beautiful big house, you know, built in early in the 20th century. Yeah, it is a lovely big house. And, yeah, so that's what she's doing. Anyway, when she was going through pictures on the computer, she came across some pictures of a young guy who's 26, I believe, who passed away last week here. Well, he didn't pass away here. He actually passed away in Cairns, but he's from here. He went to school with my daughter. He was in her year level. And she decided, it was a football team that her son was in, and also Clarence was in. And so she decided that she had to get this photo of Clarence and send it via messenger to his family. But for some reason, she's dragged and dropped photos there before. She's not very good with the technology thing. Like, it took me probably a good half an hour to talk her through how to get the 9Now, sign up on the 9Now app. But she can't understand why she had to do it again, because she had to do it once before. Why isn't it still working? And so that was last night. So then today I get the phone call. Could I go around and help with this photo? Because it wouldn't drag and drop. And I said, look, I'm really busy. I can't. It's not something that needs to be done urgently. I will get onto it. I'll come around tomorrow and do it. But she decided it had to be done today. So about 8:30, I get a phone call saying, I mean, I've been on the phone with her a fair bit trying to talk her through it, trying to see if I could work out, like, but she was so, I couldn't get her to stop. I couldn't get her to listen. She kept on, every time I went to tell her to try this, she would tell me that, no, that's not the way I do it. That's not how I do it. And I, in the end, I kind of yelled at her and said, well, Carmel, the way that you are trying to do it is obviously not working. And I said, I will talk to you later. I will come and do it tomorrow. That was the end of that. One good thing with her, I know I can do that and she won't get cranky with me. So, yeah, 8:30, I'll get a phone call after she's already taken up me time today. And she's coming around to get me with another friend so that I can go back and fix it. And I said, I can't. I'm about getting ready for my live stream. Oh, well, just help us on the phone then. So then I'm trying to, yeah. It's one you didn't hear me from wherever you are in South Australia, you guys, some of you, because I had to give her short shift. Sandra, yes, our dog growing up was called Gay. Oh, Peachy, thank you. I do appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, but I love it. Thank you very much. So here's me on the phone, and I'm trying to get ready. And, yeah, that's probably the other reason why there was no music on that video. And I'm saying, so she's got it up in some sort of photo gallery. I don't know what she's got on her computer. And her computer is, like, even older than mine. It's running on Windows 7. It's as slow as anything. And so I've got the friend on the phone. Carmel's in her other ear telling her, no, we do it this way. We do it this way. And I'm saying, Carmel, you told me that wasn't working. That's why you wanted me to do it. So just stop and listen. Well, suddenly everything went quiet. And I said, right now, I'm guessing there's something wrong with the gallery thing, whatever you're using. I said, right, click on it and go to the file location. Oh, no, but that's not the way we do it. Well, this went on in the end. And in the end, I said, Carmel, you have 1 minute and I'm gone. So you either listen to me right now and let Karen do as I'm telling you, or I won't do it. Anyway, so I had to speak very firmly to her. In the end, yeah, all I had to do was right-click on it, go to the file location, and then right-click on the photo, copy, go over to Messenger, Control-V, off it went. So, yeah, point being, we can't stop outside things happening in our lives. So we can't get cranky and grumpy when that happens, because otherwise you'll never see your friends, you know. And I was in that place, and that was quite a few years ago. My kids were quite little at that time, and I was not coping with it all. And it was, I'm going to say, it was probably before I was on ADHD medication, so I didn't cope with my routine being messed about. One day, and my routine being messed about, and I was done. That would be it for a week. I wouldn't be able to do anything I'd just go right off the rails. So, yes. What fun, what fun, what fun. Well, it seems to be very quiet. I hope everyone can still hear me and see me. Everyone's gone quiet in the chat. Hope there's still somebody there. Somebody want to make a comment to tell me that they're still there? Just say, I'm still here. Wave your hand, put in a comment, because maybe I'm sitting here telling stories and talking to myself, even though it says it's still going live. Oh, yep, all good. Just wondered, because it's strange that the chat just stopped. Oh, Rob's playing Sudoku, that's why. He is not paying attention. He's not playing that Sudoku again. Yes, we were distracting him last night from playing Sudoku, I have to say. Oh, thanks, Sandra. Nice image. Gotta love you guys. Yep, all good. Sudoku. Tracy, thank you. Anthony, how are you? Hey, birthday weekend this weekend. Is it party or was it last weekend? When did you have the party? Sandra's in the shower, everyone. Michelle says, enjoying your story. Yeah. Well, always got a story. So, did anyone has anyone told me have I told you the story about why I was goody two-shoes at school? It has to do with a nun. Rob says, I can do multiple things at the same time. No, you can't. You're a man. Men can't. Octo, you're not here. Oh, poor old Octo. He has suffered very badly with his calamari virus that he caught. He's been very unwell. Oh, and the buggers, him and Blake, I am not a morning person, which, like, obviously you would all know that I'm a nighttime person. And I'm not a morning person, and they had me, I was supposed to be ready at 8 o'clock, and I wasn't, ready to record the podcast at 8 o'clock this morning. But, you know, it's a bit hard because, yeah, I need those meds to kick in. Otherwise, I mean, I'm ready. I'm, you know, ready enough as it is without them seeing me without my meds. Imagine what the podcast would be like then. John Roberts is still sulking over not buying green jeans. Yep, told ya. Brendan Morrow. Hello, Brendan. Congrats on the 1K. Looking forward to see what you have planned next for YouTube. Yes, indeed. Well, look, I have already done I did a nugget for today, a nugget for tomorrow, and a nugget for Sunday. They're all uploaded, scheduled, ready to go. And then I've got my new channel, which I'm just about finished. I am going to, when I finish here, because I haven't got much to do on the video for my second book. So I am going to finish that tonight, rain, hail or shine, because I'm going to take the laptop to bed with me and watch TV and do it in there. I'll sit in the lounge chair and finish that off, because that will be a bit of fun. It will be good to get that going. Twigs. Hey, Gigi, congrats on the 1K. Thank you. Yeah, look, it's a big thing for me. Like, honest to God, I don't know how many of you watched the first few videos I did. Because honestly, I didn't even show my face because I was too embarrassed to show my face. And it's one of those things, if any of you are parents of young children and you're always the one behind the camera taking photos of your kids or of your kids and your partner or their father, make sure that you get some photos of yourself with your kids. Honestly, I've hardly got any photos of myself with my children. I've got so many photos of my kids because I was big on photography and I had a really good camera and I carried that camera bag around with me everywhere and took reel after reel. But there's not all that many photos of me with the kids, and I think that's a bit sad. But now they're going to have lots of videos of their dear mummy to watch and their grandma. Ah, yes, to watch. But yeah, like, I mean, it was just a bit of fun. It was, I guess, something to, why did I do it? I certainly didn't do it with the thought that I was going to make money off it. I can tell you that much. I think to start with, I think that I thought I enjoyed watching the other videos, but there wasn't a lot of Australian thrifting content at the time. And I thought, oh, maybe I could show some of the stuff that I buy and, just, I won't take videos when I go thrifting, but I could show what I bought when I got back and I only have to show my hands. And that was where it started. And I thought, oh, this will be good because then my friends can actually watch it and they can actually see what I'm doing. And maybe then they'll realise I am actually working and doing a job too. Yeah, and then, well, yeah, that was Leanne that started. And then you can see over time, and then there gets to be a video where I've got one hair roller hanging in the front of my hair trying to do, because I sort of got called Grumpy Granny. And that was probably the first time I, referred to myself as Grumpy Granny. And now I've done it, haven't I? Messed that up. And yeah, then there was a couple of rollers, and yeah, then the next thing I've got all the rollers, and yeah, it just, Grumpy Granny grew organically. I have to say this. I have to say, as strange as it sounds, Grumpy Granny did grow organically. And, 50% of it's Octo's fault because he was so mean to me, calling me grumpy and old and, all that sort of stuff. Between him and Uncle Wayno and yes, Diary of a Flipper. Brenda Morrow. Also, just how many Discords are you active in at the moment? 2. Hang on. 2. 2. So I'm only active. I am active in my own Discord. And I am active in Brad and Jazz's new Discord, 2 Aussie Thrifters. I can't afford to be active in too many because it is time consuming, and I kind of feel a bit of responsibility towards my own Discord in that I like to go in there a couple of times a day if I can and check and like to show that I've actually read everybody's messages and stuff, or that there's anything I can answer. And because it works even when I'm not there because I have all these wonderful members, like Rob and Julie and Sandra and John and, everyone that's in there, Christian, Blake, Octo even, everybody that's in there, Kathan, Jen, everyone answers everybody's questions. Holly, it's just a beautiful community. And it's great to see everybody helping everybody out. Wendy, there's so many, because there are quite a few members in there now. So I do kind of feel like a responsibility to that. So with Brad and Jazz's, I pop in the morning and put in my list of stuff of what I'm going to do for the day, and then I pop in back at night and put in what I achieved out of that list. So, yeah, I sort of have a bit of a... So my list is generally quite... it's detailed, isn't it, Brad? But that's me. I have to have that. It's just how I like to do things. Caven says, congrats on the 1K subs. The only thing I don't like about it is now there are ads. Well, it should only be one. There should only be one, I hope. And you shouldn't get ads in the live stream, I wouldn't think. Octo says she's planning on buying more subs. I am not. I don't need any more now. I've got 1,000. Sandra says, yes, I've watched them all. Yeah, there's some good early ones, isn't there? Mm-hmm. Very good early ones. Christine, still here. Good. Christian, why don't you make vids when thrifting? Oh, Christian, I've got lots of footage of that. And I've got a couple on the laptop at the moment that are half done. And I am going to get them done because I've got the one. I want to get to the one that I did when I went to Ballarat with Blake. I guess the thrifting ones are harder to do because you take a lot of footage and you've got to try and get the best of it and nut it all down to a short thing. So whereas with the way I do my nuggets, I get on there, I record it. If it goes right, which today didn't, so if it goes right, I can have that over and done within 20 minutes and I can have it uploaded, already uploaded to YouTube in 20 minutes. If, however, like today, oh, God, such an idiot. So I was showing in one of the videos, I'm showing you something on eBay, that is Sunday's nugget. And I had to go to a different screen and I neglected to actually stop sharing the screen I was on and go to the new screen. And so I had to read, and it's like right at the start. So I had to go back and redo the whole thing again. And so, look, it wasn't a big drama. It was another 20 minutes. So it wasn't a huge drama. But yeah, I just find I probably don't have as much time now as I used to have to do the editing on the thrifting ones. But yeah, I am going to get to it. I would like to. Not that the thrifting ones have ever been very successful for me, but I'll give it a go. Rob says, that middle finger looks familiar from last night. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Pitchfork. Yep. Checklist style. Yes, it is a checklist style. I like my little checklist style. Yes, there's the Discord. If anyone wants to go to the Discord, feel free. It is free. Talking of free, it is free. It will always be free. And it's just about somewhere for everyone to safely meet. There's no pressure. You don't have to post in there or join in the calls, the video and voice calls if you don't want to. But if you do, like quite often of a night time, there'll be half a dozen of us that generally will get in and do a bit of a, video phone chat, depending on how we're feeling. Like we'll have the camera on sometimes, turn it off, sometimes. So like if you're not feeling like you've got your best makeup on and don't want to, be known, then you don't have to actually show your face even. You can just talk. And it's just like talking on the telephone in a way. So it's lovely. It's really, really nice. And, yeah, and then we have our book call, which is every Tuesday night. We have a special book meeting, which is where we talk about reselling books. And so with that one, we have a presentation at the start, which probably should only be about half an hour at the most, but sometimes it tends to be a bit longer. And that part of the content I am working on recording. I have done one, and this next week will not be recorded, but after that it will be. And I say that because I'll have a very special surprise guest coming on Tuesday. But I have promised this person anonymity in that, well, they won't get anonymity in the group, but I won't be recording it and putting it on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is record the part the presentation part, just as a voice call, and I'm going to start putting that up just as a voice podcast on my YouTube channel. Don't know how it'll go, but the content's there. I might as well make use of it. So, yeah, we have that on a Tuesday, and yeah, other times we just feel like it. We just go in, someone will be in the call room, sometimes playing games. Isn't that right, Rob? Sudoku? and then someone else will go in and annoy them and ask them questions, and you can even do become friends with people, Discord friends with people, and you can even do private calls, video calls with them. I've done that a couple of times, which has been fun, Julie, hasn't it? Kevin says, I had an ad to enter the live stream. Oh, well, I didn't know that was a thing either. Didn't realise that. All right. I do believe I can say when the ads are going to be. Don't know about on a live stream, though. I'll have to have a look at that, because I know on some of the other things I can alter. Like, I can kind of alter where the ads go in the video. I haven't done that at the moment. I've only just found that out today. So Sandra says, I hope it won't depend for incontinence. Yeah, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? Yeah, you probably will. You probably get ads for old people stuff because I'm old. That's what'll happen. That'd be funny. I made a cake. Oh, as I said, I want it to be a red velvet, please, with cream cheese frosting. If you get YouTube Premium, you can skip the ads. Yes, you can. You can. And I still get some of the revenue from that. Because I have YouTube Premium myself. Because I love on YouTube so much that I needed it. Graham, the Aussie Nurse Slipper. Only thing about Brave I don't like is in live stream, I can't comment live. The only thing about Brave I don't like is in live stream, I can't comment live, so I use YouTube app. What is Brave? I have no idea what you're talking about. Another good point with Brave, where's this come from? I have no idea what you're talking about. Another good point with Brave, you can turn the phone screen off and still listen. I have no idea what that is. Anthony! Hello. Evening Australian, says Anthony, all the way from the US of A. Hope everything's well over there. Is it still cold? Because it's hot here, see? Short sleeves. It's, what is it now? It is 10:19. And, hang on. It is still 21 degrees, which I don't know what that is. Somebody work out what 21 degrees is in Fahrenheit for Anthony. Just to make him feel bad because he'll be cold where he is. Graham says, it costs you money for YouTube Premium. I see. Brave is free and you can build up reward points. Oh, Rob. Talking of reward points, yeah, I seem to have started my own little reward point thing for that voucher today on Bing. Anyway, the disgruntled octopus, is it the pufferfish? Could be the pufferfish. It's a big secret. I'm not telling. Lee says, yes, we've had some good chats through Discord. We have, haven't we? It's very, very good. Very, very good. Brad says, you can after, I think, lives on for watch back. Yeah, probably, but not for the start of the live, when it goes live. True. Well, you all have to just come in a bit early to make sure you're early and not late. Anthony says, yes, very cold. Oh, poor Anthony. I feel sorry for you. It's very hard to feel sorry for you when I'm sitting here in, nice balmy weather. The Aussie Nurse Flipper says, you missed my early comment. Brave is an app. I heard you say Brave is an app, but I didn't know what Brave was an app for. No, I didn't. Because the first time you mentioned it, you said, only thing about Brave I don't like is live stream. But I didn't know what Brave was. I didn't know what the context was. Sandra says, it's lovely weather in Adelaide, South Australia today. Well, that's nice. There you go, 70 degrees. It is, roughly. Close enough, I think, Anthony, don't you reckon? 70 degrees. Your temperature, Anthony, and yes. So it's not snowing, that is for sure. So, all right, vote time. Do we want to have, it's still 30 degrees, 86, there you go, in Perth. Yeah, it's been warm over there. There was one comment before that one. Well, I don't know. I can't find it. I scrolled back. It must have been a long way back. It must be missing. It's not there. Someone's deleted it. I don't know. I can't see it. G. Lee says, it's finally under 30 degrees in Perth. Oh, highlight that. At 7:20 p.m., thankfully a cooler weekend, Geraldton got over 46 degrees. Wow. And then in our great region near the city, it was over 45. Hot, hot, hot. I don't want to look because if you've had heat for the last 2 days, we are going to get it in the next 2 to 3 days here. So I don't want to know about it. I'm not looking. So yes, I'm not looking. Octo says, you got another shout out today, Graham. Oh, did he now? What for? He didn't even realise. So, do we want the nun story or don't we? I'll give you a minute to think about that. I might have to go and get another drink out of the fridge while I leave you all to ponder that. And while I am going to get a drink out of the fridge, for those of you that arrived late, I will let you see what everyone got to see at the start of the show instead of a countdown. And by then I will be back from getting a drink out of the fridge. Enjoy this little slideshow of videos. And yes, these are all AI creations where I asked the AI to create an image of a grumpy granny wearing a dress, having a fight with an orange-coloured octopus, and a referee in the middle with a big moustache who was sunburnt. And this is what I got. And you can see that quite obviously the AI did get a bit confused at times with what I was asking it. So I mustn't have done a very good. Tis a bit disturbing, isn't it, a granny octopus? I tried telling it, don't give granny a moustache, but it didn't work. It did capture Blake's sunburn, though, I do have to say. Oh, there's that lovely beach scene again, isn't it? Oh, dear. Wasn't that fun, boys and girls? Right, let's see what you've all got to say. While I was there. Graham, I get a lot of shout-outs, usually not nice. Oh, maybe that's telling you something, Graham. Octo says it was between picking on Brad and Skylanders. Oh. Well, we can't have that. Oh, well, says Graham. I've got thick skin. Just as well, probably. Rob H still had no quality listing. No. Has anybody realised that? We have not had a new quality listing report since the 13th of January. And you honestly would have thought at least we would have got one now. It's February. But still nothing. A granny octopus, a tad disturbing indeed. And yes, it did look like I needed to wax. Yeah, no quality listing report for those that love it. Very disappointing. I might have to get on to eBay Help and ask them why haven't we had a new quality listing report. Julie said, I thought it was outside Collingwood game. Yeah. Rob says, you need to wax that upper lip. Yes, I would, if that was what I really looked like. Anthony says, it's currently 5 degrees here. Oh, that is cold. That is chilly. So, nobody has answered the question. And Peachy, thank you again for the super sticker. Love it, love it, love it. And I brought the paper towel back with me because when I tried to stir my drink up before, I got a bit overzealous and it went all over my desk, so I came prepared this time. Apparently I didn't. I'll be a bit more gentle. I didn't drink enough out of the can when I decided I'd mix it up, and I gave it a good old stir and it went everywhere. So, yeah, kind of that. The nun story. Looks like I'm going to tell it because nobody has told me not to. So you're all going to have to put up with it. So there I was. Shy little farm girl that I was. I grew up on a farm with one brother, and some cousins a little bit further up the road, so hadn't mixed with a lot of kids. I only went to kindergarten one day a week, so the country kids only went to kindergarten one day a week. And I get to St Mary's Primary School, which when I started, which would have been in 1968, I think. I'm just trying to work it out. I was born in 62. So 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. Yeah, so I would have started in 68. I would have just gone 5. And go into school, and we have our first session, which is before recess. And then we go out and we play. And I'm totally oblivious that there are a couple of bad boys in my year that were getting up to a bit of mischief. I do believe that what they had done, they had either found some dead sparrows, or they threw stones at some sparrows and might have done some damage to them. See you, Brad. See you, Jazz. Have a good weekend. Yeah, they had done some damage to the sparrows, which I presume everyone's got sparrows everywhere in the world. Don't know, little innocuous brown-looking bird, tiny little bird, about the size of a budgerigar. So the boys thought they happened to have found. So where I went to school, very small little Catholic school, and so there was the shelter shed, and on the side of the shelter shed was a little shed. And that was the tool shed. And apparently there was some woodworking stuff in there for the odd occasion that I guess someone needed to repair something, or they were going to teach some woodworking classes. And there happened to be some yellow paint in the woodworking shed. And so the boys thought, I'll just have a drink before I tell the story. The boys thought they would make some canaries out of the sparrows. So apparently they dipped the sparrows in the yellow paint, and that was when they got caught. Now, as I said, we had nuns, and the nuns were teaching in every classroom back then. And we had a headmistress nun whose name was Sister Ursula. Her nickname for some reason was Percy. I still do not know why, but we all called her Percy. Not to her face, my God, no. She was a very short, squat woman. She was probably as wide nearly as she was tall. She had ginger hair. Not that you could see her hair as such, because the nuns in those days wore the full thing and their hair was covered up. The reason we knew she had ginger hair was she would obviously have a bit of a trim, and then she would just let it all grow out again. And so you could tell she was ginger. And anyway, the boys got into big trouble. And so here I am, and I happen to be goody two-shoes me. I wanted to sit in the front row. And so my desk, you got the same desk every day. So I'd already been allocated before recess. I'd already been allocated the front desk. And so in the classroom, there was a little platform that was probably about 5 feet wide at the end of like a little stage. And that was where the teacher stood up on there to write on the blackboard. And so after recess, we were all in there, and the next thing, in comes Sister Ursula with the cane, which is actually quite funny because her surname before she became a nun was Cane, spelt differently, but still. Came in with the cane and called the two boys up the front and stood, like literally stood 3 feet from me at the front of the stage with these boys and gave them the cane on my first day of school in prep. And I'm sitting there mortified watching. And I honestly believe the reason I then was a very good girl at school, in fact, I was a very good girl until I left school. I probably made up for it when I was 18, but I was a very, very good girl because I was too shit frightened to do anything else. I was worried that if I put a foot wrong, I was going to get the cane. Like, it was atrocious. Oh, it's no wonder they stopped the nuns from doing that sort of thing. Graham says, it's cold here too. I'm under the blankets. I had to turn the air conditioner off. In Queensland, goodness, Graham. Can't be that cold, surely. Rob's splitting image resemblance. Yes. What, the octopus one? Or the one with a lot of wrinkles? Sandra says, I'm going to pick up a free marketplace deal on the way to work. Oh, my head hurts, Sandra. I hope it's going to be good. Look, between you and Adam, seriously, where is that Adam tonight? Oh, I could wish that he was listening, but yeah, whether he is or not. Adam, are you watching, but you're not showing yourself? Octo says, I was 4. You were 4 when you started school because you were so intelligent. Is that what you're trying to say? Or you started when you were 4 because your parents wanted to get rid of you. See, my birthday was December, so I was not eligible to start because my birthday was just at the right time of the year, I guess. So I was right on 5 when I started school. Brad says, yes, got to head off. Oh, Shane, hello. How are you? All the way from Soda City. How are you? Are you cold too? We've been talking to Anthony, discussing how cold it is, and it's quite balmy here, quite nice. Still in the short sleeves and, you know, having a drink to cool down. Sandra says, have a wonderful weekend, Brad and Jazz. Yes, do have a wonderful weekend. Are you? Oh, well, they're probably gone now. I wonder if they're garage sailing in the morning. Graham says, see you, Brad and Jazz. Sandra says, hi, Soda. And Cindy says, sorry I'm late, been listing items. Good girl. You are excused for being late if you've been working. Well done. Ah, that's better. It is better. Anthony says, morning, Shane. Hey. Hello from London. We haven't seen you for a little while. Good to have you in. Hope everything is going well over there. Is it hot? Is it cold? It's quite balmy here. Ah, yes, I can see someone. Says Sandra. Ah, here he is. Adam. Yes, did you hear Sandra? She's going to pick up a free Facebook Marketplace find on her way to work. What did you acquire today, Adam, that you shouldn't have? I'm sure there'll be something. Sorry I joined late. Oh, you're forgiven. It is no drama. Octo says, I was 4 in the year 964. Yep. Would not surprise me. Did I miss something? Says Adam. Yeah, you did. I was talking about you. I thought that's why you came in, because I was actually talking about you. Saying that you and I said I had a headache because you and Sandra worry me with all your things that you acquire. Tracy says, traumatized into submission early. Yes, perhaps that was. I like that. I like that terminology. I'm going to remember that for when I write my book. So I'll put this on YouTube. So when I write that chapter about the nuns, yes, we'll put that in there. It'll be called, that chapter will be called Traumatized into Early Submission. I'll just swap those two words around. Shane looks like he's on his way to work. Of course, because it's only Thursday. Or is it Friday? No, it'll be Friday morning. Is it? Yes, Friday morning. I'm here, guys, driving and listening. I'll pop back in when I get to the office. 32 degrees here in South Carolina. Currently, not sure what that is in Celsius. Can somebody look that up for me, pretty please? Anthony says 0 degrees in Celsius, Shane. Yeah, I doubt it. AA, wow, 4 in 1964. I was not born. I was. But I was only 2 then. So I think he's telling pibs. Somehow, Adam says, no pickups today. Was a bit ill and slept all day. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry you were feeling ill and slept all day. Make sure you don't stay up all night then, because if you weren't feeling well, that's no good. Oh, what's in the pink cup? It's actually not a cup. It's actually a stubby holder. Oh, so for our international guests, I think you guys call them something different, but this is like a can cooler. We call it a stubby holder because when we drink beer, we drink them in stubbies, little bottles, glass bottles of stubbies. So for some reason, they just become known as stubby holders. Every version of a stubby holder, whether it's a squishy foam one or a vinyl one, they're just in Australia a stubby holder. Oh, and I'm drinking spiced rum and Pepsi Max. So I have a couple of mouthfuls out of my Pepsi Max and I tip in a bit of Captain Morgan, give it a bit of a stir up, and that is what I'm drinking. Graham says, soda, I think it's 0. Anthony says, I'm getting as bad. The wife has taken all the photos, but I haven't listed any yet, but went for a thrift run today. Oh, Anthony. Goodness me. I've been so good. I have been so good because I went all those weeks without going thrifting because I didn't have a car. And now I've got the car back. And the only thrift run I've really done was when I went to Melbourne on the weekend. And I had to go to Melbourne for a family funeral. Hang on. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, sorry. I'm going to sneeze. I had to go to Melbourne for a funeral on Thursday, which hence we didn't have a live. I was going to do one, but let's just say the wake went quite well, and most of us were not really up to doing a live. I could have done it, but, everyone else in the house would not have been presentable for a live stream, and it would have got pulled, so I thought I'd better not. It was a good weekend. So, yeah, so it was an old family friend. His name was George, and we gave him a really good send-off, I have to say. So, yeah, up there, George, we're having another drink for you. Yeah, so I've been really good. So I did that thrift run when I was in Melbourne. I mean, admittedly, I was supposed to be scouting good places to go, not buying, but they were having sales and, so I did bring home a few things, not too many. And I've gone to my local op shop once and what did I buy? 5 things, that's all. And only because they had a couple of pearl button snap shirts that were pretty good. So, yeah. Lee says, hooroo, finished listing and I'm off to have dinner. Have a great weekend, y'all. Well done, Gigi, on your 1,000 subs. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. I will no doubt talk to you tomorrow or the day after, but probably tomorrow. Anthony says, 0 degrees being 32 degrees Fahrenheit is the only conversion I know off the top of my head. Oh, dear. Graham says, my honey hole books 3 for $1 again. I limited myself to 1 bag. Well, that's very good. Very good indeed. Well, I have listed quite a few of my books that I purchased. And so far, there are 4 books I haven't listed. So I'm probably about quarter of the way through what I bought. And so I've got this really nice vintage Bible. And it's got nice gilt. It's a bit worn. The gilt, the page edging's coming up a little bit, but anyway, it looked in really good nick. Now, they were wanting, this is Brotherhood of St. Lawrence, which is, the Catholic Church. Is it Brotherhood of St. Lawrence? Or is it the Anglicans? Anyway, they were selling this for $5. Most op shops you go to give you Bibles for free, but they were wanting $5 for this. But anyway, I got this in the bag sale, and I haven't listed it because I went to list it and what was I? Oh, I don't know. I was talking to people and I opened it up and I went, it's very woofy. So I haven't put it in there yet, but it has to go in the baking soda box. And I'm going to say I am going to still put some of my cotton pads in between the pages to give it a bit of aeration to get through, because I think the pages are quite thin and I think otherwise won't. But it has got some nice photographs, like it's illustrated with actual places and some artwork and stuff in it. See? So, yeah, it's quite good, except it stinks. And then there are 3 other books that so far I thought I'm not going to list them because they're not worth listing on their own. Hi, Vaya. How are you? Hi, G. Congrats on the 1K. Well deserved. Thank you. Almost. About 140 of them were 860 of them were well deserved. I might have sped the last little bit up just a little bit. Anthony says, did pick up a free push bike for the wife, though. Well, that was very good of you. Well done. Octo says, you'll be catching up with J-Ride soon. Ha, 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 ha. I suppose I should have. I didn't actually look, Octo. So how many subs exactly have you got now? Because I should have left my promotion going until I had more than you. That's what I should have done. I would have been worth the extra few dollars just to let them keep running. I'll have to do that later. Just saying. Just saying. Well, if nobody's got any more questions, he says, of course he says, more than you. Good on you. Of course. And I know the trouble is I could do that. I could spend a few dollars and get in front of him again, but no doubt he'll just want to get in front of me again. So, yeah, probably won't do that. Well, it looks like if the chat's not going and I haven't got any questions to answer and I've told all my stories, I haven't found any new siblings yet this week. Yeah. So we're probably going to call it early tonight. Do you think, boys and girls? Everybody ready for an early night? And then I can go and get my other videos finished for my other channel, I guess. So maybe we will do that. So that will be very good. And I want to thank you all for joining me on my celebration, because I am pretty excited about that. So good night, everyone. We'll just do the last few good nights. Good night, says Sandra. Aussie Nurse Flipper Graham says, Octo, you always one step ahead of GG. He's not necessarily. Not necessarily. Peachy says, night all. I hope you're having a good night, Peachy. Behave yourself. Don't get too rowdy with those mates of yours. Adam says, so you... Adam. Oh, Anthony, thank you. There is no need for that. Some of your ramen money. You do not need to do that, but I thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's lovely. It's, yeah, I do appreciate that, but yeah, there was no need. Now I feel bad if I've taken your bloody ramen money. Oh, dear. The things. AA says, congratulations. Yes, it's exciting. That's what the balloons and everything for. So, yes, Graham says good night. AA says night. Shane says night. And Graham's laughing at Adam. And with that, I should have had this organised before, because I thought I'd be smart and not look. And Anthony says, night all, congratulations on the 1K subs. GG, thank you very much. And yeah, Anthony, please tell Ashton that I will be in touch and we will organise it. I have had a little chat with him, but yeah, because I had the funeral last week, I didn't get back to him with our little rap. But at least I have written I've got the lyrics. I can't say I've written them because I kind of wrote some of them, but AI helped me write the rest. And it's not even midday in London, says AA. And Boris Finds Online says, good night, I've got a swap meet tomorrow at 6 a.m. Whoa, nice. Octo's on 13.25 now. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to spend that much money to get up in front of him. Bugger him. Let him take the lead. And with that, I will see you tomorrow.